Assalamualaikum and hi to our lecturer Dr. Zubir. We are from Group 15. Would like to present our case study to ATOP for farming, innovation and online business. Group 15 is consists 7 members and I am Nur Azzatul Azira binti Abdul Aziz, our leader Nur Shahira Ahmad Shukri and the others is Jialin, Fatin Awatif, Nur Liana, Tang Yao and Danish. So, let's start our discussion.
Okay, let me start off by explaining the synopsis of the case. Firstly, Azran started his business by establishing Azran Tech Organic Produce, or ATOP for short, that mainly uses Japanese technology in farming. 2 years later, he received a diversification loan from a bank, and he then uses it to open organic supermarket, started online business, joined Foodpanda, and diversified the products into fresh juices, fresh salads, as well as the sandwiches. The fresh juices business will soon be named as ATOP Sandway and has extended to different locations in Malaysia. Azran was then married to Maisie, a Japanese consultant, and have 3 children. As suggested by Maisie, Azran then started to adopt a charity home to help the community. In the preparation of going public, Azran and Maisie collaborate with Japan by joining on a warehouse Doraemon as well as Harum Manis Venture. Soon after that, ATOP successfully listed in Bursa Malaysia. Azran was now capable to do any investment he wanted to. Hence, one day he got offered by his friend on a durian orchard. He closed the deals and was so excited that his dreams come true. Azran and Maisie was hoping that one day their children can take over their business.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Noliana binti Muhammad Fadli and I will continue to present about strategies. The first strategy is Japanese technology, which is a simple method and easy maintenance as Japanese were careful with space, resources, time and returns when it comes to business. The second one is business sustainability. Azlan brought thinkers and Japanese consultant for the advice because after 2 years of operation, his cash flow was running thin. Third, open organic supermarket. Its sales was keep increased in a matter of weeks due to the freshness of the vegetables. The fourth one is testing. Azlan ran a testing to sell his vegetable online and use a distribution service such as Foodpanda. After his marketing hit proposed about it. After testing, Azlan decided to diversify into fresh juice, fresh salad, and sandwich. After 6 months, they come out with ATOP Sandway brands. Next is open outlet. The first outlet was opened in ICT Mall Shah Alam, and after next 2 months, it's opened the new outlet in local university in Shah Alam and Puncak Alam, and also at the several other locations. Takeover. Azlan take over the Doraemon, collaborate with International Trade Department (BWIT), and with the takeover, Azlan can bring Malaysia fruit to Japan, which is Harum Manis. Cross-pollinated. Azlan brought a land of durian trees from Tasnim. Azlan's team used that method to produce more high quality of durian and have a much better of taste. Last one is innovative partnership. It's between Amirah Kiosk and Sandway Outlet. It was a way to move away from increasing financing is to capitalize their own funds and assets. Next, I will continue with opportunities. The first one is social farming scheme. Local bank owned by Ministry of Finance started special scheme for new entrepreneurs who had having their business less than 5 years. Next, business diversification loan. Bank offered it to Azlan because he got an impressive records, documentation and filing assistance. Azlan's sister secretarial firm assists Azlan about documentation and filing list his company. Collaborative and takeover. Because of the collaborative and takeover by Azlan and International Trade Department (BWIT), it can bring their Malaysian fruits to Japan. Efficient employees. Having an efficient chief officer and diversified expertise make Azlan afford a private jet. And the last one is buying the land. Tasnim was struggling to maintain the durian trees and made her to sell the land. This was made Azlan's dreams come true.
So, what are the key success factors for the achievement of ATOP? First will of course be the technological capabilities. The Japanese technology that ASEAN has invested in do help to increase the sales of organic vegetables. It is the maintenance of the farming. Next is the effective distribution of the resources. This is extremely important, especially when ASEAN was to diversify its products. The marketing strategy of focusing on multiple segmentation do attract a lot of different kind of customers to buy from ATOP. And because of the innovative products and strong branding, ATOP was able to compete with other competitors. Internally, ATOP has a good governance as workers are happy to work with ATOP. On the other hand, the risk factors that hinder ATOP was the limited working capital. ASEAN was initially lack of capital that he left the land undeveloped for 10 years, and even after investing in the Japanese technology, he was actually running out of capital as well if he was not getting any grants from the bank. Next will be the volatility of sales and changes of weather. ATOP was fully depending on the weather. Weather helps in the growth of organic vegetables. Hence, if raining heavily, the production of the vegetables will drop and will affect the sales. Lastly is the financial risk. It is hard to control the financial of each and every business. So, there is the risk that ATOP has debt over the banks and interest was accumulating every day.
Multinational corporation is a business where it is located in more than one country that has its own facilities such as office, warehouse, and other assets. These companies are known as international companies that tend to have a positive economic effect on that country. For a company that exports their products to other countries is not able to call as MNC companies since the company is needed to maintain the business operations in other countries and make foreign direct investment there. According to the case, ATOP has jointly own subsidiaries for Japan warehousing, including Harumanis Venture. Miji has been responsible to manage and oversee Doraemon in Japan, as it mentions that Miji has been traveling up and down KLIA Nagoya route often. ATOP Japan is considered as MNC company since ATOP is established and running in Malaysia while Doraemon in Japan. Different countries comply with different rules and regulations, as well as different lifestyles. Operating an MNC away from home may increase the risk such as institutional failure, political issue, and fluctuations in currency exchange rate. Since the market's economy is changing from time to time, the MNC may overestimate or underestimate the market's potential. ATOP may have less information compared to Doraemon. As an example of political issue, Uber and Airbnb. Those businesses have been struggling with government rules and regulation in the new market as the political climate has affected the ability of MNC to grow in that country. The cultural sensitivity may take into the point as the risk of managing of MNC away from home, as it may hold a huge factor in helping MNC to make decisions to meet the expectations of the users in that area. Different cultures and lifestyles of certain regions may influence the operations and management of MNC. Japan has moderately tax burden compared to other East Asian countries, and also Japan is one of the countries that has high risk of natural disasters such as earthquakes and tsunamis. Those potential risks may affect ATOP's accounting if it's happening. Japan has been recorded as a country that complies with strong rule of law and regulations and independent judiciary. The best way of handling risk depends on the managerial skills of the entity to reduce the risk rather than avoid or react the risk. Describing the cash flow is the best way to understand the process of risk management in MNC to minimize the political and other risks.
Next, I will continue with the benefit for listing in Bursa Malaysia. The first one is publicity and credibility. IPO can provide the exposure of the company which thrusts into public spotlight. This exposure to make the potential customer to know and trust about their product. Next is employees shareholding scheme. IPO can provide the company with an opportunities to implement a share option scheme for its employees. Third is improve financial status. Going public will increase company's equity base and create more leverage for financing growth. The last one is higher visibility. An IPO and distribution of shares to a wider, more diverse investor base can create greater public awareness about their product and services. Besides, it can make a competitive advantage over a privately held company in the same industry.
For the performance analysis, we decided to choose balanced scorecard for ATOP. From the perspective of financial, the objectives are to lower the overhead costs for the warehouse process like the warehouse that are acquired by ATOP by using cost behavior and utilizing break-even point analysis pattern to predict costs. This will directly increase the efficiency ratios along with overheads. Besides cost, profit is also a part of performance measurement that need to take an account for from time to time. Alongside with lower overheads, profitability is measured by 20% of increment for each year. In addition to a top warehouse in Japan, it is good to maintain a good credit score with the related bank so that it can maintain the company debt service coverage ratio, which can be maintained above 1.45 for every year. Professionally, with the financial perspective, it is advised to introduce a new product with a different kind of target consumer in terms of internal process. This will improve quality and sustainability of the new product in the current market and can be measured by using actual introduction expectation analysis versus plan analysis. This has been shown by Azlan when he bought Tasnim Durian Orchard. It was like a dream come true for Azlan, since it was a very first business that Azlan was trying to grow back then. It is also a very good scenario for the marketing strategy to write a good story of a chief executive officer for the public. And who doesn't who does not like a good story of a CEO that starts from zero to hero?
Explain about the customer perspective and the learning and growth perspective of the balanced scorecard. In customer perspective, Azan might have an objective of enhancing the customer satisfaction, build loyalty, and grow market share. The measure that Azan can use to enhance the customer satisfaction is by the customer satisfaction survey, and to build loyalty is by the number of repeat customers and the number of new customers. The initiative that Azlan have done according to the case study is that Azlan has expanded the store, the vegetable store to the green supermarket, and also now they have the online business, which this has also strengthened the network with the customers and resulted in the loyalty of the existing customer. They also have opened an outlet in shopping malls and also in the local university. By opening the outlet, they have reached their customer and make them feel convenience to purchase their products wherever and whenever they can. Besides that, they also have entered the joint venture with BWIT, or the Business Wing of International Trade Department, in order to acquire the warehouse in Japan. With acquiring the warehouse, they have also export the local fruits of Malaysia to the Japan market. This also make them reach new customers in the Japan market. They have reached the targets of 90% customer satisfaction and 90% retention of existing customer, and also at least 10% increase in their market share. The next point is the learning and growth perspective. In learning and growth perspective, Azan might have objective of improving the product innovation, increase motivation, and improve employee retention. In improving the product innovation, the measure that can be used is by implementing ideas by the employees, by providing management training and skills, and also by using the employee satisfaction survey. In implementing the ideas, Azan has used the ideas by the head of marketing, which give ideas of selling the vegetables online, and also use the food panda as the food delivery option. Also, this has improved their profitability. This has also improved the motivation to other employees, such as the marketing manager has also suggested Azlan to acquire the land of the durian. And with acquiring the land, the durian orchard, they have used the cross-pollination method in order to produce more high quality of durian compared to Musang King and Udang Merah. Last one, they have also made the employees satisfied with working with them, as they provide a good support system and as a result, they reach 100 million of sales per year. Thus, they also reach the target that they want to achieve for the learning and growth, which is 40% increase in employee suggestion, 20% increase in number of employee, and 90% employee satisfaction rates. That's all from me.
Hello, I am Tang Yao. I will talk about the prospect and the way forward. The first is we believe that ATOP will have an increasing thoughts on his organic farming business in the near future. According to Wheeler and Klischer, the global demand for organic foods in the growing trend. The consumers tend to purchase more in the organic foods due to the concerns of health and environment. They believe that organic foods are free from chemical and it is a healthier choice. This is the best opportunities for ATOP to expand, as the more organic vegetables they produce, the more sales they would grab. The second is ATOP may expand their market to the overseas. They may export their products to fulfill the overseas demands, as well as adding credibility to their branding. The third is online business will become a trend in the near future. ATOP will have their own websites to advertising their products online in the long run, rather than just selling products through the online platforms. Having his own website is better because ATOP can manage it by himself, and he also can easily track the buying behaviors of his consumers. Azlan may selling each and every product that he has on the website. By doing so, consumers will be more alert of ATOP branding and the range of customers may be increased. Azlan may also list the physical store on the website as well as the operation hours and contact numbers, so that consumers that prefer physical shopping may go there and purchase the products.
For number 4 is agritourism. So Azlan should forecast their business via the agritourism, because agritourism will help to increase the brand visibility as well as direct marketing their product to the visitor. So because agritourism is increasing day by day, so Azlan should try to use the agritourism because there will be market demand for this era. And then for the fifth prospect way forward is diverse fruit product. So for example, Azlan doing for durian, and then why not Azlan try with the crepe and then the ice cream, and then all that will be diverse side of the product. And then for number 6 is expand other type of business, because from Azlan will not just focus into the agriculture sector. Azlan try to expand type of business, for example, other type of agriculture, for example, import and export to the Malaysia, because Azlan market harum manis from Malaysia and all that. Yeah.
That's all from us. Thank you.